What up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Ginn podcast. This is your host, Gilbert Sanchez. If you're new here, you can call me G. If this is your first time watching, man, I appreciate you. If you've been rocking with me this past couple of weeks of season 4, man, it's been a grind. We're here. We are up on, I want to say episode 102, 103. So it's been a long time coming, man. We're recorded episode 100 a couple weeks ago. That's been a long time coming because that has been a struggle, man. It's been a fucking struggle. But man, we'll get right into it.
Shout out to the struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, it's hard, bro. I'm sure you can attest, and we can talk about all types of shit when it comes to struggle, but I'm sure you can attest, man. But ONLY3REE, what's up?
Chilling, man. I'm here with you, bro. I'm feeling great, man. God is good.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We were talking off air. Grew up on Southeast side?
Southeast in the building, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel that. From here, right?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I was born on the Southeast, W.W. White in Southcross. Southeast Baptist, yeah.
You were really on Southeast.
When it was still a hospital.
Nah,
for sure. Yeah.
It's crazy how there's some of the same shit that's been on that side of town. There's not a lot of, and it's kind of fucked when you think about it. There's not a lot of renovations. There's not a lot of like modern. It's kind of like the same old stores there. Same old. I guess there's some new stuff, but when you think about other sides of town and you think about the modernness of downtown, the modernness of different areas, that's one side of town where you're just like, fuck, man, there's not really much going on where they're kind of putting back into the community. And it's, I don't know, have you seen that on that side of town? I mean, you grew up on that side of town. Has it been the same since you were younger?
I mean, it's been some renovations, but like you said, nothing too crazy yet.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But I mean, I love it still. You know what I mean? It's my home.
Yeah. I feel like if there was a lot more, if they were putting a lot more back into the community, there would have been, there's just a lot more shit going on. I feel like people, when you do that, you can, there's just a more sense of like, more people recognizing, hey, they're putting more back into the community, let me start doing my own shit. I don't know, I feel like that would be the mindset of some people, but who knows, man? Who fucking knows?
Who really knows? You know what I mean?
Who knows? I see, man. You're. I guess Miami is one of your biggest spots, man. How's Miami treating you?
Miami is definitely a vibe, man. It's where I want to live. I go there literally for the energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And use it to create music. The photo shoots are always great. The reels are always great. You know what I mean? Content is crazy, and I just love the beach. I'm a beach boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I noticed that shit, and you do it to the fullest. Mm-hmm. It's pretty fucking crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to say this. You use your environment. Like, there's one thing I reposted in I don't know who records you, bro, but I think it's
my manager, Shadia Crespo, who's probably watching right now. Shout out Shadia Crespo. Summer never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do a good shot of getting the content, man.
I appreciate that. She's gonna really appreciate that.
Yeah. Good shit when it comes to that, because I know there's not a lot of people that know how to do it. So it's like, oh shit.
It's so rare, man.
Yeah.
The content is different because we're just different, and when we team up, it's a whole different vibe than like the regular artist manager that you're gonna find in San Antonio, because she grew up in Miami. I'm from Southeast San Antonio, but a lot of people don't know about my story. When I graduated BRAC downtown, I moved to LA. So I grew up in South Central LA in the trenches out there. Went to El Camino College, which is on Crenshaw. Went to school on Crenshaw to major in theater. So I'm gonna be in movies and stuff like that too. But without that background, you know what I mean, that experience, I mean, it just wouldn't hit the same, you know what I mean?
Yeah. How was that experience? Like, how long were you out there for in LA?
I lived in LA for maybe about, I want to say 7-8 years.
Okay.
But I came back for there was one time I came back here for 11 months. There was another time I came back for like 6 months. But during that time, but most of it was spent in LA. It was like between 18 and maybe, 24, 25.
Yeah. Different culture, right?
26 too, you know what I mean? I go back all the time. It's really just, it is a different culture. It's a whole other vibe too. It's not like Miami either. It's like a whole nother vibe.
Yeah. when it comes to those cities like Miami and LA, they're always faster, man. There's a faster
Way faster, yeah. I always said that. I grew up really fast because I grew up in LA. Like I turned 18 in LA, 21. Just different vibes, bro. Like it wasn't the same.
The fashion is different. Mm-hmm. It's I don't know. I've always wanted to figure out how it comes into like how they get just fashion quicker. Like the trends are a lot different when you are in those cities, and when you come down south, it's like.
I think it's also like the creators move there, and then that's where like you find this melting pot of like the next geniuses coming up with clothes, music.
Yeah.
The same thing like in New York and Miami too. You feel me?
Yeah, that makes sense. When you go to Miami, you have family there, or you just I guess vacation, or just
where in Miami?
Yeah, just vibing out.
Shadi Crespo, and our family treats me like family, so it's really. And then I got homies there now too, so artists that I'm working with. It's just a whole nother thing. Like my chapter in San Antonio is one thing, but like I have these other cities where I'm opening up my own lane, and that's what I really strive to do. Like I feel like San Antonio, I love it. It's my home, but like the culture is so backwards here when it comes to like music, that it would take someone's whole lifetime and more to like reverse that. Even if they were even good enough, even if they were amazing enough to get your attention, they would still have to do all that. You feel me? Me already knowing that, I flip it in reverse to where it's like, I'll go blow up in Miami, I'll blow up in LA, I'll blow up in ATL, and make you like submit to loving me, really, because I'm still repping my hometown and I'm putting on for really downtown kids. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a different type of struggle.
Yeah. When you say backwards, I've seen it, man. It's a weird vibe that people have here sometimes, where you kind of really don't want to. Sometimes people really don't want you to succeed, and it's like, well, holy fuck, bro, we're from the same city, man. We're trying to do the same thing. Like, there's enough money to go around for everybody.
Right.
I've talked about it before many times, and it's crazy, man, to think about like how people are so like just out of whack and selfish, basically out of whack and selfish. That's what it comes down to. Bro, there's a lot of money to go around. There's a lot of shit for everybody. I mean, let's collab, let's partner up, let's do something together. Let's make this shit work where it is backwards, and it's gonna stay like that until eventually something's gotta happen.
Yeah, no, sure. I mean, I'm already in the process of taking care of that, bro. So I mean, there's nothing really anyone could do to stop me. I mean, it's only because when I moved to LA, I saw the talent and I knew like, oh, music's gonna go here.
Yeah.
So in order to meet these people here, the greatest from around the world that come here, you have to do everything. So like the same way you have a podcast, you have to be the guy with the genius ideas. Yeah. You also have to be the guy on the mic. Then you got to be the light guy. Then you got to be the camera guy. Well, I do all that for music. I do that for one session. So it takes a team of guys to try to do what I do by myself, and most of the time it's really not even as close as good as mine. Because I didn't care about getting famous at 18 years old. I said if I spend a certain amount of years to do all these things, teach myself, by the time I'm here, there's no one that's gonna be able to stop me unless they did the same thing and they got the same story I got, which is so rare. Yeah. With the influences, the LA, the Miami, the ATL. It's just not happening, bro. You're seeing it like now. People are starting to really see it.
When you say you're doing everything, so the music, the producing,
engineering,
yeah,
the singing, the rapping, like I taught myself how to sing. Like,
that comes with the. I mean, off the top of your head, I'm sure there's only a select people that can actually fucking do that. They can be the full circle.
In the amount of time that I can do it, doing it as cool as I do it, like that's a whole nother thing, bro. Like you gotta, like even if I just was a rapper, like your rap's gotta be more interesting than mine to compete with me. How you gonna do that when you don't have the story that I got to tell? Yeah. Like people could always tell your shit is like, oh yeah, he's just rapping about this. He don't really have that though. People believe me and they always have. And the ones that's really like, the real hoodlums in San Antonio that like I grew up with, they vouch for me everywhere I go. So it's really like no one can stop it. You know what I mean? There's been people that try to attack my name on their site or their blog or whatever, but it's never gotten them anywhere. And I hope that all you podcasters and artists realize that. Like, I hope you see that because I know y'all feel it. It's a different way.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, how did you get tapped into Miami? I know you said you had someone that records you. How did the relationship come about? I mean, did she reach out on like social media, or did you? I mean,
me and Shadi actually met through.
I don't know if they still, work together, but there was this group, Artists Legit. They had an event. Shadia Crespo was the host for the event. I ended up, going to perform. I'm sorry, can I move the mic just a little bit, bro? Because I feel like it's not getting the clear. Right here is cool.
Yeah, you're good.
She was hosting the event. I was an artist.
Yep.
And then once she brought me up, I performed or whatever. I already knew like she was gonna be my manager. I was like, me and her don't know each other, but she has the vibe that I know if she teams up with me, we'll be unstoppable. And since then, I mean, when I started with her, I probably had like maybe 3,000 followers. All real ones. Now I got 13.3. All real ones still. In like, let's say a year and some change.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I know I could have 20,000. I know I could have 30,000. But like when you look at these people that have 50,000 followers, 100K, you don't really know how many are real. That's why like you could see someone with 100K followers, but you don't like none of their music. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you ever see people like that? You're like, how does this person have this many followers? But I don't even know like, that's because that person either one bought their followers or that person's from a whole nother place and they have a real following there. Yeah. So when people see me here, they're like, well, we know San Antonio supports, but there's not a big enough music scene in San Antonio for you to have 13.3 real followers all based out of San Antonio. Well, that's because like I grew up in LA, I go to Miami, I go to ATL, so I make connects with artists and people everywhere. So they all bunch up to follow me. Yeah. And I'm getting love from everywhere. So it's just constantly moving different.
Yeah. And I think when you do get people that have 50, 100,000, a million, and it doesn't translate to either the streams or the album purchases or anything like that.
Or the buzz, what I mean, or something like that.
Or that nothing happens. Then you start to figure out, oh shit, I mean, something's not adding up. Like what the fuck?
Something's not adding up. Yeah. But I've heard people tell me like, you have 13.3 or you have 13K or whatever it is at the time, but like it feels like it's double the way people are talking about you. And that's because, again, I put my love into this, like for real, bro. It's like, I hope that you really love podcasting, like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you really, really love it, it's going to take care of you. Like, you give your life to music, it's going to give you a life back. It's not going to be what you expect, but you will get something back. And that's how I've always felt since I was a kid. And I've been rapping since I was like 12-year-old. So it's all just paying off. You feel me?
Yeah. I wanted to ask, I mean, you just brought it up. Started rapping when you were 12. When did you know like, hey, this is something like I really want to do?
I guess the first time I did spit a rap in class in middle school at Pole Middle School, which is like literally 5 minutes from here.
I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah, literally, bro. I was in science class and my friends asked me to freestyle. I was a skater at the time. Spit a flow, and I was like, yo, that response I got was crazy. Yep. And I just imagined like a arena of people doing that same thing. And then from that moment, I knew like, this is what I'm gonna do. Like I was meant for it. You feel me? And then when I got to LA, I wasn't even really making songs until I got to LA as like an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. I got with this group called the Space Kids, and rest in peace, my homie Dorian. He was one half of the Space Kids. He literally challenged me. He was like, bro, I know you like the hottest out there, in your class, but like, I want to be better than you. So every song we hop on, I'm going to come to try to shit on you. Yeah. And really tried that. And that really told me, oh, this is everyone in LA. If bro telling me this, imagine what there's people that's not telling me they, how they really feel. And that's what brought the shark out of me, bro. I always tell people that like LA brought the shark out of me. That's why I call myself Shark Boy, because it was always in me, but I had to tap into it. I had to remember those times like when I got in rap battles at school and college. Yeah. And like it was either do or die, you feel me? And I did it for the tone then. Like that's some movie shit. You feel me? It's crazy.
I want to switch gears to the album, man.
Yeah, Pop Summer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Pop Summer and just the making of it. Right after Trap Summer, my first album came out last year. And Pop Summer is just me on pop shit, but creating my own wave, doing my own thing, putting my own beats to my own loop ideas, all that stuff, bro. Engineering it myself. I got a few engineers I worked with on Pop Summer, but I give them all reference tracks. So it's never like, oh, bro, I'm gonna trust you with my sound. Like I already know how I want it to sound. That's why I gave you this, so you can make it sound better than this. But like just like that though, you feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one song that stood out to me, bro. Dreamy Beach Boy Shit.
Yeah, Dreamy Beach Boy Shit.
That's a vibey song, bro.
Yeah. Super hit, yeah, for sure, man. Super hit.
Where does that influence come from for that specific album?
For the album or just Jimmy Beach Boy?
For that specific song. I'm sorry, man.
Man, bro, Jimmy Beach Boy, like all my other songs, was once just a thought.
Yeah.
And the first thought I had about it was, of course, the beat. And I thought of taking the melody from one of my favorite songs ever, which is Peaches and Cream.
Okay. Yeah.
So I took the melody from Peaches and Cream. If you could hear, it's like that. Dun, 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 dun,
now that you say it,
dun,
I can.
like that. Yeah, it's Peaches. And, it's the same key and all.
Mm-hmm.
Took that. I had my homie play it out. As soon as he played it out, I already knew, like, yeah, this is gonna be a song. But the thing is, Jimmy Beach Boy, I made 2 years ago, and I held on to it because I felt like, nah, they're not ready for that right now. Like that's not what music fans are really checking for right now. And it was probably like when I felt like rap was declining a bit, and I felt like, oh, they're looking like people are like subconsciously because of radio looking for like a certain wave. Jimmy Beach Boy don't fit that wave, so I waited a little bit, and I knew that my lane was gonna open up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Is that pretty hard, hanging on to songs? Just to, or you just didn't know it was the right time, or you just didn't, I guess, think it was the right time, based off what you just said, right?
Well, it wasn't just that, like, I didn't feel like it was the right time. It wasn't finished. Like the beat was the beat was there. I had sung half of the hook with my homie Jay Lyrics. Shout out Jay Lyrics. He sung the second half. Still is on that second half. When I sent it to him and he sent it back with his hook part on it, I listened to it. I'm like, yeah, this is a banger. But you know what? It's not the right time. Then, I don't know, later on, maybe a year later, I had the genius idea of getting my homie Fan Troy on it from Atlanta. When he brought his part back, I was like, yeah, this is a super hit. I'm gonna put my verse last. I'm gonna make sure it's lit so I could kill it. And the thing is, I had to wait. Like I was hitting Fan Troy for the verse for the longest because he sent me back the MP3 with him already on it. He didn't send me back the part where like I mixed the whole song together myself, mix and master. So I'm telling him like for a long time, bro. I'm like, yo, can you get your engineer to send me the vocals? Like you just sent me the song. Turns out after him trying a few times, his engineer deleted the song because he thought it was another song bro was talking about. He was like, I sent that song already. And he sent me some other song. I'm like, bro, I'm not even on this song. Like, whose song is this? But I got the vocals to it. So I ended up using AI to take his verse off that track and put it on mine. So shout out to AI.
Damn, how the fuck did you do that?
Well, I just AI'd it. Like, their sites were like, you know, AI takes the stem of the track. So it gave me the drums, it gave me the voice, it gave me. So I just took his part, put it in the new session. Didn't even have to mix and master it because old boy did that.
Yeah.
All I did was AI it. And it gives me like his mix track.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, bro.
That's very interesting.
And I know people are gonna try to steal that formula, but like, don't. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it trips me out, man. The type of shit you can do with AI now. Like, I'm sure you've heard it where it's like people can make verses in songs and have it sound like Kanye or have it sound like Drake or anybody really. It's like, holy fuck, bro. You can literally like just make songs of someone else just based off technology. Like that is crazy. You can make a whole fucking album off somebody's fucking style, somebody's fucking music. It's trippy, man.
Yeah,
trippy.
That is trippy, but you know, I feel like artists is going like either it's gonna be me or somebody else.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna make that like cool enough to like be on actual songs.
Yeah, it'll be a way for sure.
Because right now, like you can't do it because you're still in someone's likeness.
Yeah.
But someone's gonna do it.
Yeah. I wanted to. We mentioned it earlier too, or maybe we didn't. But you model too, and I seen that on Instagram. I seen a couple reels on there. How did you get into that? What even made you even like step into that lane?
Well, I mean, I always knew I wanted to be a model when I was young, but I didn't know it would happen. You know, at this time, I thought like it would happen 10 years ago. I felt like I was, you know, of course, everyone feels like when they're young as possible, but still like grown up in a way. I thought it would be right at that time. But then I look back at those pictures at that time and I'm like, yo, I look like I'm 9 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm a grown up type shit.
Yeah.
But it was all just God's timing. Just went to some auditions, kept working out, kept working on myself. Shout out to my manager for always pushing me to you know, to be in that lane. And, you know, after maybe 1 or 2 auditions, bro, I got like the okay from Models of Texas. Shout out Models of Texas. and they're like, yo, we want you to represent San Antonio as a male model with us. And I literally was jumping, bro. I was like, yo, you manifest these things, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do the same thing when, you know, Lil Wayne or Drake signs me, and you know what I'm saying, I'm singing the hook on Drake's songs. And I'm like, yo, people don't even, how they gonna believe I taught myself how to sing, you know, let alone I'm here doing this.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for those moments too, you know what I mean?
We talked off air about the reel that I posted of me and on the Wax podcast, and it was talking about the same thing you just said, like the manifestation part of saying shit what you just said. But it's like you have to be like that. Like if you don't think you're the best, they're not gonna think you're the fucking best.
Never, yeah.
No way.
This is a shark's game, and
Yeah.
you know, some people will never get that. And part of a lot of the people that will never get that live in San Antonio, Texas,
Yeah.
bro. And let me tell you, there's a resident for those people, and San Antonio, Texas is a place. It kind of reminds me of like somewhere in Idaho, or like what's that place that you ever seen that movie Mr. Good Deeds, or is it called, what's it called? It's with Adam Sandler.
Shit.
It's
Mr.
like
Deed.
Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, Mr. Deeds.
Bro, do you notice when they go back to Mr. Deeds' hometown,
Yeah.
that like the people that they see there,
Still there.
none of them believe in themselves enough?
Yeah.
And they're like shocked that he's like a celebrity or he has all this. That's San Antonio, Texas, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like Mr. Deeds in a lot of instances, bro. I'm like, yo, the way that people talk about themselves, like, you know, oh, I'm humble, I'm this. I'm like, bro, I'm never gonna be humble when it comes to music. Like, I'm a narcissist.
Mhm.
Like, I need people to know when I walk into the studio, this is my studio session. Because if I let you drive the car, which is the session, you might wreck it. Or you might go on the route that's like, you think, oh, let's go on this route because, like, you know, whatever. But I'm the person that can see where that shit leads. And like, if you can't recognize when a producer's in the room telling you, like, you can make this song or that song, but this song is gonna have you looking like this.
Yeah.
And you want that. Even if you don't know that yet, you want that. I run into that a lot, bro. And when I was head producer of Artist Hub, which to me was the greatest studio ever to touch San Antonio for like a whole, it was around for like 2.5 years. I was head producer for a whole year. Bro, the littest moments happening in our studio that I'm the head producer in, because the right people for a good minute trusted me with the vibe. I would host shows, have artists perform, and you would watch a room this big turn into like a stadium. Artists performing, they got their homies, you got fans, you got the lights, you got everything. Because when the right person trusts the right person, magical things happen, bro.
Yeah.
But you have to know, like, when it's your lane and when it's not your lane. There's a lot of people that went into that studio was like, I want to be the head producer here. I'm like, okay, let me sit back and let you control the vibe.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you see people really, like, it's like a mirror. Like, you find out who you really are when you're in the studio with sharks. I know that I could go into the studio with anyone in the world and make a hit. Anyone, Drake, Wayne, Khaled, Jay-Z, make a hit with them. My bad. I'm just saying, like, what you said, if I didn't have that confidence, bro, I would never be in the room.
Where did you learn that from? Because it can be taught to a certain extent, but most of the time it's not. Where does that come from?
Like what you mean?
The confidence part, the even learning the manifestation part, the just visualizing the things you can actually obtain, and then they come into real life. You're not taught that. So, I mean, where does that come from you? I mean, does someone actually say, hey, this is the way you should be thinking, or this is the way that I'm thinking? I mean, it might help you out too. Because for me, I had to pretty much teach myself a lot of these things where, I mean, this podcast, cameras, like the different ways to set up this room, like it's just little shit like that where not a lot of people, not a lot of people you have to learn, or you have to figure it out, basically. Was that just something that you just flipped a switch on, or was there like an influence early on, or someone that was there to like help you out?
Definitely my mom. My mom literally put the prayer in me. My grandma would take me to like, I don't even know what they call them, you know, because I'm half Mexican and half black. So maybe there's a name in Spanish that my grandma would call them, but would take me to people who would bless me as a kid. And like her and my mom would pray for me to have like a supernatural wisdom. And that's why I got the third eye tatted on me. ONLY3REE is like me living and speaking and making music through my third eye. You feel me? Yeah. Manifesting my songs into manifesting my life. I feel like it comes from a whole life of like being a good person and knowing things will work out when you ask God, when you trust God. I ain't never been someone to be a hater. No one could ever say that about me. There's no one that really has nothing bad to say about me. You know what I'm saying? And it's not because I'm like everyone's friend.
Yeah.
Like I have opinions. I'm like, fuck some people. I'm like, fuck these people. I love these people. I love those people. I'm like that too. But for some reason, the fact that I trust myself so much makes everyone else in the room so comfortable. And I told this to a producer one time in the studio. I was in there making a beat. The room is packed full of artists and creatives. I'm the one that's making the beat in the room, though. It's just me. And at the end of it, when everything is cool, bro comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, how'd you do that? Like, where do you get that from?" Kind of like your question, right?
Yeah.
But like he's asking me, like, where do you get that inspiration to just make the beat like that? And I told him straight up, did you see me hesitate? You know why I didn't? Because when I hesitate, the room hesitates on me. And that's not gonna be part of my reputation. So if I could teach you anything in this moment is whenever you have the moment, act like you already did it a million times. And it's just another beat.
Yeah.
And that beat's gonna come out fire. Even if I don't know where the beat is going. I'm not saying every time I make a beat, I already know where it's going. Sometimes I stumble upon beautiful melodies and all these things, drums and all that. But I always trust that it will be there for me when I go looking. All of my songs on Pop Summer were thoughts that I went to look for. I got a project coming out where like I'm literally producing on the next level, singing on the next level because it's like it's been months and I've still been practicing.
Yep.
And I wanted to do that so I could show people like, yo, this is never gonna stop. Summer's never gonna end. Summer never ends. Like I'm really standing on that sound because I go looking for it. That's why I love going to the beach because it's just another song. Yeah. It's another memory that a song is gonna come from or something like that.
Yeah. I feel like you're way tapped into a lot more other than music, bro.
For sure, bro.
Like,
for sure. It's a gift.
And it's everything's over here that you're just talking about makes this music so much easier. Where it's like if you got the live part figured out and the mindset and like your head's right, everything else is just gonna figure itself out. So you can do whatever you want to do on this side, as long as you have this side figured out.
Exactly, bro.
And
now I think like
Yeah.
you see it.
Yeah,
and I know instantly because you see that it's gonna help you in anything that you do,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Anything.
No, I'm the same way, man. I have a lot of things that I mean, I make a lot of affirmations. I mean, I trust myself a whole lot. I figure a lot of shit out. I mean, you have to when you're by yourself. I mean, there's some people that do help me out, but most of this shit, man, figure it out by yourself. I mean, it's one way or another, and if you don't, I mean, it's not gonna happen. So at that point, you're like, well, fuck, it's either this or that. So which way you want to go? And for me, I mean, just growing up, bro, just one way or another, you got to figure it the fuck out. But when it comes to the music, you have it's a pop feeling, man,
Mhm.
and I mess with it a lot. Um,
Pop Summer. You know what I'm saying? Strangers in the Night.
yeah,
Summer Lover, Dreamy Beach Boy,
Yeah.
Fiji, which is like reggaeton, but I feel like it's like reggaeton pop
Yeah.
because it really has like that super catchiness to it.
and you had two. I don't mean to cut you off. You had a fuck. This was last year too. I was listening to it on the way over here.
Which one?
There
Bebecita,
we go.
the
There we go.
reggaeton.
Yeah, there we go. I was just gonna say
Dropped
that.
on 104.5. Shout out
Yeah.
to Latino Hits, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tito being the first person to ever interview me at the radio and then drop my song. I feel like that he deserves really forever credit for that because that day changed my life. And I've gotten so much love for that song. To see it play in like almost every club that I've been in SA is just crazy. To get the love in Corpus, the way they receive me is crazy. And it's just a blessing, man.
Mhm.
Shout out to my other song, Summer. What was it? Summer Moon. Because I got Summer Moon Part 2. Yeah, Summer Moon on Trap Summer is crazy too. Like I got that melody from The Dream, I Love Your Girl. I love your girl.
Yeah, yeah.
No. Like, yeah, I took that melody too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep doing that, bro. And that's again why it's like all these things are thoughts. So if like you ever have a thought and you're thinking, oh, this might be a crazy melody for a beat, yo, send that to me, bro, because you never know. Your thought could be my next hit single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always tell that to people. Like, if you hear something and you feel like that's me, send it to me because that's how great songs happen. Music is meant to be collaborative.
Mhm.
And even though I do it all myself, don't think that's because I want to. I would love to like literally be the guy that just sings and raps. But there's people that want my spot. They want to be me in San Antonio. They want to beat me. They want like that attention that I get, the love that I get, to be them. That's why they don't want to engineer my song or produce my beats or, you know what I mean? Or just be a part of what I got going on. It's not because I push them away. It's like sometimes life pushes you in a way to where like you have to do it all yourself. And if you don't, you're going to fold. So you're either going to be a diamond or you're not.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I want to talk about your family because we touched on it earlier. How important was that when it comes to the music? Do you have any influences from when you were young? Like, did your grandma, did your mother show you any music that was like that you can translate now to the shit you're making?
I mean, my mom and my grandma have always been like in a like Tejano music, and my mom, she messes with like hip hop sometimes too, reggaeton. She loves too. She loves like Cardi B.
Oh, even now.
Yeah, she likes the stuff of now too. She likes Cardi B. She likes Bad Bunny stuff and all like the reggaeton scene. She loves Karol G. She's a huge Karol G fan.
So your mom's Mexican.
Yeah.
Okay. So your mom's Mexican. Okay, I got you.
And on my dad's side, my uncle, his big brother, or his little brother actually, who lived in LA when I moved there. He was an artist when he was young as well, and he still had all his connections and all that. So he would play me beats. We would freestyle. He would take me to spots to rap. He would go to show me to people in LA, like Long Beach as well, Inglewood, all those, Hollywood, of course. Spent a lot of time there. And when you like live in those places, it's like music is in you because that's all you hear. And like you could be on the bus going to school, and it's not like the bus ride in San Antonio where like you're going to school with all these school kids. Once you hop on an LA school bus going to school, even if the ride is 10 minutes, you're going to hear people singing. You're going to hear people rapping. You're going to hear songs playing that you don't hear in Texas. So it's like a whole, really like the culture just sucks you in. And that's why Cali is so much like in me. You can hear it in Jimmy Beach Boy shit, like that wave, that LA, Miami wave. And I'm just used to like being faster with it. Like you can't rap slow in Cali. Like you got real spitters who spit fast and you got to be able to think fast. It ain't like, no, man, hold up. Like I know like I come from that too. I'm from Texas, but like I want to be able to rap with the New York and the LA and the, you know, ATL, Miami. It's different ways to flow, and I can match them all because I grew up in LA.
Yeah. And you can tell in the music because you have the versatility of it. Like you can see, like you can the part where you're from, where you lived in LA, you can use that, of course. I mean, you can see it in the music, and it's always good when you can do that because you can not only compete with the people down south, but you can also compete with the people everywhere else.
Everywhere else. Yeah, because I grew up in literally in the Manchester and Western area, LA, which is the trenches, which is like the worst part of LA. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm more hood in LA than some LA rappers who are from there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that level of intensity of like not only having to make music, but like having to survive goes into it all. So that's why I'm never gonna fold in this music thing, because it doesn't matter if it was anyone or, you know, either showing love or trying to diss me, it wouldn't shake me at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We touched earlier about the love part, whether if it's podcasting or music. Is that more now than before? I mean, the love part for music. Like obviously, you start doing something you love, it's gonna pay off tenfold.
Yeah.
Has that always been with you? Or is it even more now than before? What would you say?
I mean, I've always got the love out because whether I did music or not, the real ones is gonna fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just one of those. But like, because I do music a certain way and I come at it a certain way, I get a lot of love, but I also get sometimes not so much love.
Yeah.
It's actually could be the opposite. But I like to move forward. You know what I'm saying? I like to live in the future. I like to see past those things because I know one thing is for sure in this life, whether you're rich or broke, you got to love people more than they love themselves.
Yeah.
That's my slogan. So it could be someone who has $1 million, but they're an asshole and they might piss you off. That doesn't mean because they have $1 million and they're an asshole that you got to become an asshole to prove something to them. Just love them.
Yeah.
If it's someone that don't have nothing, just love them. Because we all gonna go, bro. Like this podcast and shit, the music shit I got going on, it's all gonna be a thing in the past once we go.
Yeah.
Somebody else gonna do it. So why are we sitting here acting like it's not? Like we're gonna hold on to it forever. That's what I face a lot. But, you know, I still show those people love. And the ones that just show me love from the gate, they're already locked in. Like,
They already know.
Yeah, they already know.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? They know what they see it. Like, they're like, oh, I see why he's doing that, because you have to.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't do that, the disease that San Antonio has is always going to be around. I'm the cure for that.
Yeah.
And no one is going to stop that. No one. Like, it's not going to happen. You can't stop the person who's doing the whole thing. Like, how you going to stop me from being the engineer, the producer, the singer, the rapper, the writer, the actor, and the model? How you going to stop that? I could be super famous for each one of those if I did them alone. That's what they don't get. Yeah. And I hope that with this podcast, because I put it just like that, people will see. So I hope that moment really goes viral. It don't matter if it's Drake, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, anyone, Khaled. I am going to come. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. You're either going to have to love it or you're going to have to watch it. Because hating ain't going to get you nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm imprinting that. Summer Never Ends is imprinting that. Shadia Crespo stands on that. And when she met me as an artist, she told me, she's like, I never would manage an artist from San Antonio. She's a longtime Miami radio DJ. Grew up with Pitbull and DJ Khaled. Out of her mouth, she said, I would never manage a San Antonio artist.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Just based off what she has seen, and she hosts all these shows where all these artists. So why did she choose to manage me when I asked? Because I told her, word for word, if you manage me with the mindset and the talent I have, we'll be unstoppable. We teamed up and became unstoppable. And now, if we throw a show, people want to perform at it. You know why? Because it ain't just a show no more. It's an event. Yeah. It's a spectacle. We make this shit look beautiful, like with the models, with the DJs who are not your average DJs. Like it might be a model DJ, or we might have the lights a certain way that you're not gonna see at just any club. And we feel free to come through next time, bro. I would love to have you doing your show at the show, like interviewing models, artists, all that stuff too, because I want to use people who really love this to like make it a whole event.
Yeah.
And it's just a good look, bro.
I wanna end on the Summer Never Ends.
Yeah. Summer Never Ends.
Where does the name come from? How did that all get started? And I mean, why even just do your own thing when it comes to that?
Man, that's really a good question, bro. Rest in peace, my grandma who just died, who literally let me sleep on her couch for many years in LA while I was, finding myself, but also chasing the music inspiration to get me here. She just passed maybe about a month to 2 months ago. But her last name is Summers. And every summer here, when I was out of school in Texas, I would go to LA for the summer. I would be there the whole time. And that's since I was like super young, even in middle school and all that, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And those summers made me the vibe that I am today. And I live and I'm stuck in that because that's where I want to be. And that's why I say summer never ends, because not only is the summer mean something to you, but it has a different meaning for me. And if it wasn't for her letting me go to live there, I wouldn't be the bomb that I am, like the explosive, like the star, the shark. I wouldn't be those things. That's why no one's ever found it in San Antonio yet. Like ever. Yeah. We don't talk about those things enough because like we want to show everybody love, and we don't want to like shit on people who are our homies. And that's not what I'm aiming for with this. But also, if I don't make these people compete at their highest level, I am not Kobe. And that's what I want to end on with Summer Never Ends. I'm going to walk in the gym and be Kobe every time. And I need everyone to know that. So it's like, if I say Summer Never Ends to you and like that don't register, like, oh yeah, that's superstar shit. Like that means like greatness. Kind of like when you hear the Spurs.
Yeah.
What do you think about when you hear the Spurs? You think of like a dynasty, right? That's why I press Summer Never Ends so hard, because I want to instill like that's the dynasty, because it's not just about me. Summer Never Ends is a sound. And I'm aiming to give that sound to the entire music industry. So it don't matter if it's who's your favorite artist right now? Like, who do you fuck with the most? Who do you bump the most?
Probably Drake, man.
Okay. So it don't matter if it's Drake, right? When I meet Drake, we get in the studio, I'm gonna give bro the option to make an album with the Summer Never Ends sound.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he's gonna take. Which he'll allow me to produce with his, main producers as well. And he's gonna get his own, the world will get a Drake album that's the Summer Never Ends sound, and you won't even know that you always wanted this. You always hear people say like sometimes like, I want this artist to sound like they did then. I always say that all the time. Like I want Drake to come out with another. What is the first thing that we heard from him?
Take Me Now.
No. The first
Best Ever Had.
Those days. What was that? What was that project called?
Sooner
those songs. What is that called? Oh fuck.
I think it's Sooner Than Later.
No. That's a song. That's a song on the project. But what is the project called, bro? It was like the first one. I don't know. But it's the black cover.
It's So Far Gone.
So Far Gone, bro.
There you go.
Like the artist, the fan in me wants to hear So Far Gone too. But like I want people to feel like that about the Summer Never Ends sound that I bring to like Bad Bunny and Kanye and Drake and all these people, Cardi B and all them, when we do the Summer Never Ends project with them. So it's like a boutique label, and that's the slogan. It's a boutique label. Like we're not gonna work with every single person. Mm-hmm. That's not what we're aiming for. We want to capture moments that live forever through the Summer Never Ends sound.
It makes sense, man. It all goes hand in hand to everything we just talked about, bro. And it's a joy to see, man. It's a joy to see your mindset. It's a joy to see the things you're doing. It's super fucking dope that you have captivated everything that you're doing and doing it to the best you can.
I appreciate that.
You're doing it better than most people.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
doing it better than most fucking people.
Shout out to bro. You know what I'm saying? The Ginn podcast, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Go stream Pop Summer, stream Dreamy Beach Boy, Strangers in the Night, Summer Lover, Fiji featuring Angelise Mariah, Super Hits, produced by me, the whole album executive produced by me. Make sure y'all watching bro podcast every episode. You know what I'm saying? I've appreciated the energy and the love and the vibes, bro. I appreciate that, man. And you asked some really great questions.
Yeah.
And we super lit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Summer never ends.
I want to end on the last part. Super dope that you can get pretty vulnerable and say about your grandma passing, man. Not a lot of people can handle that. You would never think that your grandma passed away a month or two, however long ago, because of the person you just saw, man. Like it just.
No, my grandma literally passed away on the morning of a modeling competition last final round.
Yeah.
So I'm literally waking up, getting ready to go win this male modeling competition. And then I get the call and the text, and I'm like, yo, it will be on today, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't make it to that because I didn't want to give it like that energy. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't my best energy, I'm like, yo, forget the competition. Like I knew I was gonna win it, but I wanted to come in there with the feeling of that. And I didn't feel like a winner in that moment. I feel like, of course, I had lost something.
Yeah.
And it just means a lot more when I say the summer never ends now. Because my grandma's last name was Summer. And I literally, not to make it a sad story, we all lose people. We're all gonna go sometime. Like, you know what I'm saying? But summer never ends is love. You know what I'm saying? It's the love for not just the summer, but for music and a certain vibe. Like, I don't know about you, but I love to stay at the beach mentally. And that's where I thrive at. And I want to, even though San Antonio doesn't have a beach, I want to give them the beach mentality that will break through to their whole, whatever they tap into to create. Mm-hmm. To take the stigma that like we've been given by not just us but other cities. Like when I know you saw the video of Timberland, bro.
Yeah,
I just posted it. Did you see his face when I said San Antonio?
Yeah,
he was like, he had to look around.
Yeah, no,
that energy was real when I was there, bro. Believe me, I felt that too. Like that's crazy to me though. Mm. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is pretty trippy, man. But this conversation's been good. It's been dope. We got a lot of information. People found out a lot about you, the way you think. I mean, the music, the album. Shit, man, where can people find you?
On Instagram at ONLY3REE, Linktree 3.Southeast. Has all my links. YouTube, ONLY3REE, Apple, Spotify, whatever you want. Check out Trap Summer, then check out Pop Summer, and be ready for my next projects that are coming soon, produced by me. Already got some crazy things lined up, more shows, more modeling. Check out my features on Model of Texas Instagram. Shout out to all the people that have helped me just this year alone in building up the momentum and the vibes. Y'all are much appreciated. Without y'all, I could not do this. And with that said, I'm Only3REE. Summer never ends. Shark Boy, I got a gift for you, bro. I don't know if you want to stop the podcast yet or you want me to pull it out.
You can pull it out, bro.
Right, cool.
Let's do it. I appreciate it, bro.
I got something for you, bro.
I'm always up for some fucking gifts, man.
Oh, you're going to love it, man. I got you.
It's
2
super
ends,
fucking
right?
dope. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Got you.
Well, shit. We'll cap it off there, man. Do me a favor, man. Follow the movement.
Of course.
Follow the guy. Stream the music. Do everything you can to just support the movement. If you're still watching right now, man, I appreciate you so much. You can like, comment, subscribe, do everything, man. Share my stuff to Instagram stories. Go ahead and rate on Spotify and iTunes. And yeah, man, I appreciate you so much for coming through and taking it back an hour because I was running a little late.
No, you good.
Yeah, we should be good, bro.
Yes, sir.
Until next time. Peace, people.
Until next time.